Hi everyone! In this video, we're going to be talking about the benefits of having a pet, the pain that can come when we lose a pet, and some ways that we can navigate that loss and grief. It is common for people to have at least one pet. Here in Canada, 60% of households have at least one dog or one cat, and over 80% of households have at least one pet of any kind, such as a dog, a cat, fish, a bird, or a type of gerbil. Pets can be a great addition to the family as they play a significant role in people's lives. Pets can help decrease stress, reduce loneliness, and lower blood pressure. Pets can also have specific benefits. For example, if you make a goal to become more physically active, having a dog may help you stay consistent as you will need to take your dog on walks. Not only can pets help people meet their physical goals, but they can also be helpful in emotional regulation. As mentioned, pets can help reduce stress, which will improve a person's overall mood. Even pets that seemingly may not be very impactful, such as a fish, can assist. For example, a person with anxiety might have a fish, and watching them swim around in the water can help with slowing breathing and reducing anxiety, resulting in calmness. Pets are a great source of support. Pets have been found to reduce symptoms of depression and anxiety and give some people the motivation to get out of bed in the morning. They provide a sense of companionship and someone to talk to. They are there for you when you need them. Playing with a pet can also help you push away unwanted thoughts and can be in the here and the now and when you enjoy the time you spend with your pets. So, we know that pets are incredibly beneficial to our lives, but that brings us to the hardest part of having pets: losing them. What happens when we lose the companion that has always been there for us and has supported us through so much? This can be incredibly difficult to adjust life, and it can have huge impacts on pet owners. Pets are family members, and the loss is comparable to the loss of a family member. You lose the companion that has always been there for you so many times before. That can be extremely painful. An aspect of pet loss that can be extremely difficult to navigate is the change of routine. Before losing your pet, you may have been used to them waking you up in the morning or having a schedule to feed them and walk them. When that schedule is now broken, no longer having them beside you at all times can be a painful reminder of your loss. After losing a pet, you may feel angry. Depending on what happens, there are many ways that anger can arise. Maybe you are angry with your vet or with yourself, or you feel angry that your pet's not there with you anymore. Sometimes it can help to think about how anger empowers sadness, and it's an important emotion to feel during this grieving process as it can help you express the pain and eventually let go of it. Even if our pets live long, happy lives, it never feels like we had enough time with them. Sometimes when we lose a pet, the people around us don't see how impactful it is. Other people may not understand the bond that you have with your pet. You may compare yourself to other people who have lost their pets and think about how much it has impacted you compared to their experiences. This may make you feel like your pain is not valid, but it's important to remember that it is valid and it's okay to feel hurt and pain after losing a pet. So, how can we navigate this painful loss? Research has shown that society does not deem pet loss as seriously as the loss of a human. The lack of seriousness from others in your life who may not understand how detrimental this is to you might make you feel invalidated and can lead to unresolved feelings about the loss of your pet. Having no place to express your grief can create further emotional distress. So, what can we do to help with this grief? If you feel like you do not have anywhere that you can express your grief, think about who you may typically go to or talk to when you're down. For most of us, that would be our pet. Something that could be helpful is talking to your pet, even though they aren't physically here. You could write them a letter and say all the things that you wish you could tell them. This may help you feel connected to your pet and create a place for you to express your grief. Sometimes, remembering our pet and honoring the memories that we have with them are what can help. It may be helpful to look at photos and videos of your pet, which can be painful, but it can help you remember all the fun and loving moments that you had together. Another helpful way to navigate the grief of losing a pet is to add something in your home to remember them. This could be anything, such as a framed photo or their collar in a shadow box, or planting something in your yard to honor them. If you love animals but aren't ready for another pet, a great option is to foster animals. It is a great way to feel the love and companionship that comes with having a pet. Helping animals by giving them a safe environment until they can find their forever home might also make you feel a sense of accomplishment and pride, which can help with the grieving process, especially if there's guilt associated with the loss. As you go through the grieving process, and even once you are beyond it, there are a few important things to remember. The first, grief is not consistent. Some days you might not feel any grief, and others might be incredibly difficult and saddening. Reminders of the pet we lost pop out of nowhere, and it can take us by surprise. It is okay and normal for these emotions to come up in inconsistent waves. Second, grief is highly personal. Each person will handle grief differently, and some things can be helpful to navigate through grief, but these things might have no impact on others. Find what helps and works for you. Each person will be impacted in unique ways. And lastly, grief is a reminder of the love that you have for your pet that you can no longer express. Missing your pet is a representation of how much they meant to you. Grief is like a receipt. It is proof and evidence that love was present and deeply experienced. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned a lot.